with this, ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible, yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable, then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro, ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa, your whole team is no competition, boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission, running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog, turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
To kick off for Denver.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Akers. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He finds Latavius Murray. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
It's a gain of
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Now Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 2, Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Breeze pass complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Will Lutz lining
Paul Richardson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Broncos.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Cameron Jordan.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, check, 47.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Locke. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
For Broncos.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Shift, shift. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 24. General. West.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The stop by
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. First carry for Royce Freeman. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Number 28, Royce Freeman, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Line 36. Line 36. Here we go. Ready, go.
Locke working out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move,
Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 2.
Check it out, please. And quick field.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
At the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to run with Akers. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Complete to Paul
Richardson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Is good.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Marcus Williams.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3-yard line.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
For the Broncos.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
29-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Josh Hill has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Saints.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He's across midfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Akers. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Breeze is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
A give, running right is Akers. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
New Orleans.
Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, If you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is going to be incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
61, matchbox, lights.
Throwing his lock on third down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. And now it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Locke again. They're looking for Judy. Davis fighting. He loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Locke. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before half for Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And
just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke.
7-yard line.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
10-10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd down and 4. Breeze escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's a gain of
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
1-yard line.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Brings up 2nd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Malcolm Jenkins on
no gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47 from Mott, boy, 47. Check, 47. Check right.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Denver. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here? You want analysis? Ridiculous.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control. Taking their time and making it work.
53.
Breeze now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
45. Mike, 45.
On play action, now Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Melvin Gordon, the ball.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
At the 31-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result This is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He starts with a give to Akers. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, New Orleans.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a run with Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
21 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2nd and 6.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give. This is Murray. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Is good.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Hamler now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
The
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. 3rd down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Saints 31, Broncos 24. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 24, Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so...
And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Oh, it's loose. The ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Good job. That boy stepping up about that time. I don't care what you do. They can't do none of this. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Broncos.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Flushed out right. Flush to his right. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
He was brought down by
We got a plane to catch.
Johnson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
Breeze is looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. To throw is Breeze. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Today's final score, Saints.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Saints, it's just their second win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons.